Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Commodity Futures Report for Friday the 29th of April. And let's just cleaning things up in the background. Right, so look, we've either got a top in play or we're going to get a little classic trading levels pattern across the 10-3 here and have one more push up to our target level up here for that. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what we got there, but we've mainly been focused on the euro on the short side, so we've had positions in that, and we've brought the stop way down to protect profit. So yeah, let's just see. This is going to run out of steam at some point here. Let's just see if it's actually finished now, or we got one more little push. I won't know until I get the correction there. That's the bottom line. So gold is going along as expected. So from wave B up here down to wave C here, we're looking for 5 waves, as you know. So we've got one in green, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for wave 3. And then we're going up here to the previous wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, or the 38.2%. So that will probably pop up there somewhere. Maybe it's done already, maybe it's finished there. I'll just pull that apart there. But look, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm not really sort of interested until we get this, until it finishes, and then this 5 waves down here. I'll be more interested in that, and that should bring us down to 1850 at that point, and then we'll be interested in it. And yeah, we'll still need some evidence that we're moving to the upside, so we'll wait for the first little impulse wave and then start to build positions all the way up through that. And that will be the same with GDX and gold stocks as well. I didn't bring up GDX today, but I did in the Australian. If you ever want to see gold earlier, then the Australian video covers the GXD and gold. So while US spot gold is going through up to that wave 4, we'll see this go up into wave B here and slagging a little bit, and then see another move down here for that. So we'll be interested all about that. That is 5 waves here. So we'll look for 3 waves and 5 waves in here. So this might take 3 sessions based on sort of 7 or 8 days here. Just ratios of 3, 5, 8 sort of thing. Yeah, so that's that. And yeah, so we still need that. I mean, this GDX has got to go up further, so that might mean that this one here, the blue one, is bigger than this wave 4, so we should expect this one to be 60% bigger. So it also might get a bit more complicated than it actually is as well, so we need to be prepared for that. So do we have any ABCs here? Yeah, we can just borrow these. So in first instance, I'd look this as an ABC pattern in here, and we would be done and dusted either on that top there or a little bit further. Or we could end up with a triangle pattern here as well. We could end up with this being the A wave here, and then a B wave over here, and then a C wave over here. Now that wouldn't surprise me, because GDX has got to spend at least 2 to 3 days in its rally for the B wave. So I think we should think about something being a little bit more complicated here, but that's just a guess. And silver will be doing much the same as well. So we've got wave B up here, is all 1 degree smaller, a bit of a long journey here, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for 3. So we're into this 4 now. That can pull back up to this 4 or 38.2%, but yeah, we need some sort of image like that, and then down for that. So well, we'd probably be 2 at that point. Well, anyway, we'll just keep tracking it down. Wave 5 here should be roughly the same length as wave 1 here, so that downward, that distance there for that, because the extension's in wave 3. So well, like I keep saying about these, I'm not really interested until they're down here. But the interesting thing here is that I think copper and uranium and other metals will probably all see the same light, whatever that is, to push it up. So they'll probably all go up together. So just bear that in mind. Crude oil is kind of leading the way up, because last time we spoke, we had this 3 wave move here, and we're thinking that it can be 5 waves. So we got that 5 waves up there. So it may or may not be finished, but just before I go anywhere else, we were looking for, basically, I'll just move that out the line there. So look, the top may not be in there yet. There may be another little high to go in here, and then we'll have the ABC. So in this case, you can just buy back on the level here. So let's just, oops. Actually, I'll just put that there. This is 4 hour. Let's just go to 100 ticks and just check on that. I suppose that's the, I mean, we're talking here, we're talking, just to tune in here, 3, A, B, C for 4 here, and then we're looking for 5 up here. I think we should fill in the dots here because it would be nice to nail this down right. But what I'm looking at this for really is just to see how high we're going to go to have a look at the retracement. But when you talk about the retracement, this number here is, you know, really going to be a game stopper on that one. So I mean, pretty clear this is wave 1 here, and that's 1. I think there's one more high, so I'll need to calculate that in. So something like that. So that'll take us up to 5, 6. Well, the next sort of important level there will be after 5 is 8. So then we talk about 8, we talk about 650. So we could look for 650 being a top, and then 72 in here, which is 720. Near enough. I'll put that in because we'll be working this particular, we'll be working an intraday chart to get that established. I wonder if I've missed anything here. That's 1, 2, no, that's all good. Okay, so I know that distance now. So where were we on that chart? So this one here, we can take that to 10,650. That's probably, hit that supply there. I mean, it's going to struggling there, but we still got one more push up there. So that'll leave the 50-60 there. So I figured that anyway, but it's always good to check when you get a bit tired and those sort of things. So we're looking for one more move to going to come down, it's going to bounce off those highs. I'll not even make it back there, but we'll see. But we can turn this box green, we can buy in this box, and the reason we can do that is because we can clearly count 5 waves up to that point. We can also add to the situation there as well. So crude's looking quite good really. So we could say crude is kind of leading the commodity pack to the upside. I mean, gas has made a bit of an effort to the upside, and but anyway, I'll talk about gas when I get there. This could be a little bit different, but that's looking all quite good really. And it's also good too, because when we look at this here as the A wave, the B wave and the C wave here, this move up here, it's, you know, normally we would go long above the B wave here, you know, but there's no point because we can refine what we're doing, you know. Plus we've got these 5 waves here, so that's helpful. That tells us that that's corrective, but now we're working in this space, so we're just refining what we're doing. It should just go through that trend channel there, and that will help confirm that we're in wave 3 at that point too. But anyway, we're working with that. So that was that 100 ticks. Anyway, I'll put it there. Anyway, that's all good. Okay, just thinking, cruising along. So copper, I've had another thought about this. Is that I still think we're in this wave 3 to wave 4 over here. Maybe I need to lift it up 1 degree of structure, but for the counting it doesn't really matter. But because it's so messy, I think that we're probably better off looking at it as a W here, an X here, and then a Y here. So we were considering it being wave 2, but I just can't see that sort of happening. So we're going to look at it being wave Y or 4 here. And that means that when gold starts to go up, we should see copper go up as well at that point. We're in the we're short on the Australian dollar, so we'll keep an eye on that too, because that means the time that hits that low there, that will put Australian dollar at 70 cents, then it will bounce from that point. It's just the Aussie, you know, China, copper, and the Australian dollar, they're all kind of, you know, they're all buddies, they're all travelling companions. Let's just go to what the 100 tick has had a bit of a look. But basically W here and ABC here for this wave 4. I may even do something else a little bit weird, like finish off here and then have a move up and then have another move down, and have to make that a WXY as well. But as far as it stands, so just to get your bearings on this top here, so the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave here for this. I'm a bit unsure about this here, but that's clear, that's clear, that's clear, that's clear, that's clear, that's clear, and then it gets a little bit messy here. So I don't think we've gone into that wave 4 yet. Gold's not into that yet, but then otherwise we need to put this down here for that, which is about right. So I think I'm better off looking at this lagging rather than leading. So that means we need to come down here a little bit further before getting that rally. But it'll be something like this, you know. It'll be obvious once it's been, so I just haven't really, I've, you know, given the whole thing some thought, but I haven't actually figured out the rest here. But there will be something, you know, we still need that wave 4 there. That wave 4 is just too small. Unless I put that wave 4 there. No, then it's leading the gold market. I don't think that's the case. So yeah, so there's a bit of a finish off to be here. So once that finishes down here, then we'll really focus on that, any move to the upside at that point, looking for an impulse wave. So I think this is a good development for copper. My interest is back in it. Nickel. So we know that with the nickel here, we could look at this as an A and a B and a C wave here, and that's the top there, and then we're working lower in this case. The other way we can look at this is wave 1 here, wave 2 here, wave 1 here, and ABC for wave for wave 2 here rather. That leaves all of that there, so I'll just move these out of the way. Don't need that, don't need that. That can go up there, that can go there. We'll need these further up there. And 4 and 3, all good. And that one. So we can put this in here. So we've counted that up already as what's the name, and we also talked too about once that B wave, yesterday we talked about that being a B wave up. We wanted to see if it broke down, so it's broken down. Now we can use it as a move to the upside. We also talked about buying in the box here, so you may have done that or may not have. It's higher risk, of course, but you get a better price. what we could do here is we could just get in a little bit earlier. Okay, just go 1 point above that high there, and we'll just put that in as half a position. Just put that thin green line. Okay, so I don't know if that's finished just yet. This move here is a bit hard to see in all of that, but there we go. We're looking at moving in on this. That should keep us busy for a bit, and then we've got, I'll just use this one, we've got that's 33, so it's the top of minor group 1, and then we've got 5 up there. We'll break that into 4 here. So we'll probably go on 34 as well with the classic trading levels pattern as well. If we're lucky, if we're lucky, then we'll get this situation here, and then we'll look to add again over here on that. I mean, the stochastics is looking good, but this is only 100 ticks, so it can go to the other side of town before you blink. So we're not out of the woods yet, but we're working our way through this pattern. We're getting the timing right, you know, which I think is a good exercise anyway, a bit of fun anyway, something to do. Okay, so that's nickels. And next is uranium. So I think uranium's going to be a little bit like gold in that we've got going to get a rally and then back down again. This is going to be a little bit more like GDX. So nothing to do here just yet. We'll just wait for this. I mean, this move here, as I've mentioned before, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, and then I have to look at this being corrective. So the whole thing is an A and a B and a C wave here. I think we could look at this as wave 1 up here, you know. But anyway, the safe trade for this would be support on the 25. So that's what we might have to do at this point. It's been a bit of a shakeout. But when gold gets down to here, we'll have a look at all of this on the intraday, and we'll really pull it apart, and we'll nail that low there. So natural gas. So natural gas has kind of moved up like oil has, and it looks like we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. But it sort of looks like I've also got 5 over here, so this is corrective here, so that's good. We don't have 5 waves from here to here, so it doesn't mean that we can't have another C wave down here, and that's the B wave, right, because that's just turned right on the 61.8%, and that's sitting right on the 61.8%. So it could, in all, it could just go up to the 61.8%, have 3, 4, and 5 here, and then move up. It can do that. We're either going to do that, or we're going up. We're going to be going up and back and then up like that. So I'm just going to go to the 100 tick chart there, where I've done a little bit of thinking. So we've had this as wave 4 here. I just want to go over a few things, like this leg here for the first thing. So we can assume this is wave 1 here with a nice ABC for the pullback, then 1 and 2 here, and then all the way up to 3, 4, and 5 at this point. That can go over to here, or can it go here? Can it go there as well? It can go there as well. It doesn't matter, it's okay. But still, 1, 2, nice strong third wave there. Back for the fourth wave, but the fourth wave just overlaps wave 1 here. So that's a bit of an issue. So well, it could be an issue. So we've got 1, 1 and 2 here, 3 and 4 here, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for this. So and it goes right onto the 61.8%. So you could look at it as 5 waves, but if you take on board that this got this overlap here, then we would have to look at this as the A, B, and C here for the A wave here, the B wave here, and the C wave up here for a B wave up here. So it's not being very helpful to me at this point. And the other thing too is that, you know, when there's always a bit of equality between wave C and wave A there. So if we look at this here, and then move it over here, we've got a bit of equality in that, in between these two, you know. So that as an ABC, you know, so that kind of strengthens the case for the ABC, for the B wave over here. And then I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, yes, it's a bit messy in here, but really we've got 1, 2 here. It's probably all the same family in here. So all the third wave in here, fourth and fifth. So that means that we have to still wait, and from that high to this low here, the 61.8% is here. This market is bouncing around quite nicely on the 61.8% ratio here. So what we can do is we can just chill. Let's see what the market looks like from here. It'll be a little bit like, you know, ping pong Pac-Man here, because it will just be bouncing off here, here, here. And then from that point, we'll have a 61.8% in here as well when it pulls back at into this space. And then really it's just a matter of then it'll pull back into this space here and do something, you know, and it's either going to go to the upside, it's going to take this out here, or it's going to take this out here. You know, one way or another, we're going to get what we need over here. So we'll be ready to catch that mouse when it comes out that hole. Okay, so just a bit of patience on this one. But you know, I think there's a good chance of moving up. Yeah, but if I'm wrong, the bearish count has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could throw it out of sync with crude a bit as well. So okay, well that's it. That's all the commodities that we cover, and I'll leave it at that. So the one that's going to be ready first would be oil. So that would be the first one ready. So and then gold and silver, and then we'll see if copper follows. See if copper and uranium follow the other metals, the precious metals, to the upside, and nickel as well. That could be a goer. So there's a couple sort of popping their heads up. So we can just run with those guys. Yeah, we'll have a better understanding of all this in the next session. Alrighty, cheers.